Welcome back to Conversations Unplugged. My name is Brooke.
I'm Elle.
Today we have another special guest. Please welcome our dear friend, Rook Runnalls.
What? That's not even what people know me by.
We get the joy of working with Mr. Rook every single day, or at least it's a joy for us. Rook is the technical director of Butler Community College Theater for the last 3 or 4 years. I honestly don't know how long he's been here. Rook was a student here before becoming the technical director. Never wanted to leave Buco Juco, I guess. Rook works in the most blue-collar handyman do-it-all job, and yet somehow is still a theater girly at heart, who will somehow...
That's true.
who somehow still identifies as Gen Z, even though he's hanging on to that cutoff like it's the last raft on the Titanic. Honorary member of the girls, our close and personal friends. It's yours truly, Rook Runnalls.
Woo!
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me on
The pod.
So, I feel
I
like
want to know how that made you feel.
so there's a few things I've done. First off, to all 3 viewers of the podcast,
Our 3 best
I
close
feel like I
personal
have to
fans.
explain the Rook thing. So Rook is my middle name.
This is Kaden.
My name's Caden. Most people know me by Caden.
We do have a real intro for you.
Yeah, do you want us to do that for
No,
you?
that was great. I mean,
We have a real one.
That wasn't real. That was.
That was just supposed to be funny.
We have one that's like more
You're
simple.
supposed to laugh.
Oh, I laughed.
Haha.
It's like Mr. Krabs. Okay, this was our
That was the okay. I'm ready for the real.
the real one. This is Caden Runnalls, the technical director at Butler Community College. Caden does always have an open door policy for us to come chat. He's always willing for us to listen, whether it's serious or just a joke around. He's the handyman of the department, not exclusively to the theater department, but is willing to help anyone out.
Oh, that was really nice.
Yeah, we were gonna be sentimental, but we wanted to like.
So the
did that make
first
you
the
feel?
first intro
'Kay.
that was really good. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
So my middle name is Brooke, and
Right.
for a long time I've been like, oh, what if I went by my middle name because that's what I was supposed to be named, and then
Right.
my mom is too Midwestern, and she was like, oh, you can't say Rook Runnalls, or people won't be able to enunciate. They
Right.
won't know what they're saying.
Runnalls.
Ruh-roh.
So she picked Caden out of a book that was like most popular boy names from 1998 to 2000 or whatever.
Fierce,
Barely making that cutoff, by the way.
That's
by
right.
the way.
And so that was the next part. You guys called me young and old. And then
Somehow we managed.
that's right. I feel both of those things at the same
You feel
time.
young and old.
I think you guys are great, and I'm so happy that you guys invited me onto
you.
what's the title of the show?
Conversations Unplugged.
Conversations
Our podcast
Unplugged. I was close.
No.
Mhm.
And I'm so happy to be here, and I can't wait to see what we end up talking about.
Okay.
How many years have you been the technical director at Butler?
This is
Theater.
the end of my 4th year,
So yeah,
I believe. So I was a student.
You graduated 2021.
I believe so.
That's
Every
probably-
year it feels like it gets another decade. It's like, they're like, you were in high school in 2019? I was a zygote. My father's
A thought.
genitalia.
Oh.
Before.
Whoa.
Sorry, is that too far? Too far, everyone? I'll know for the next one. Episode 7, Caden with tape over his mouth. And we just talk at
Caden's in the
him.
corner while he
Caden.
listen.
He's in the podcast.
you can hear
Oh
breathing in
no!
the background.
I was gonna say that too, but
You self-censored.
I did self-censor.
So yeah, I was a student here. I was an actor. Did that whole thing. I was a terrible actor. People were like,
No, you weren't.
Weren't you casted in like every show?
I was, but that was just because I was like a dude that could say lines. Like
Can you sing? Were you in a musical?
I was never in a musical.
Um,
I feel like it's like a hidden talent
Okay.
that I can sing, but I also have extreme singing fright, like stage fright.
How
Like-
did that work with was it acting specific or only singing?
It's only singing.
Okay.
Like I feel like I'm actually pretty good at it, but I'm like I don't want to.
do you wanna show us right now?
See, that's like my worst fear. Like
So actually, the
I have bad
entire
dreams about
podcast
that.
is Caden singing.
that would be.
Shat.
I don't think I would do that. I think I would jump out of the glass. So we're in this black boxed room, and there's a fish tank out here, and the first thought when you said he'll sing the whole time is I will break through the glass like a velociraptor in a Jurassic Park movie, and then dunk my head into the zebrafish thing and hope that the tiny one
Eats
maybe
you alive.
eats me and I die. That would be
That's how bad your singing fright is.
Mind you, that's how I feel when I have to step on stage.
Period. Can we talk about your journey to deciding that you were just going to be funny?
sure.
Go ahead.
So
That's awful.
when people ask what I was like when I was younger, they're always like, "You were probably a menace," and I didn't talk. I was really shy. I didn't do much. I was like a goody two shoes. All the boys in the class would get in trouble, so I would hang out with the girls. So that started probably really early. So I
Always
think
been a
we're-
girl's girl.
Yeah, it's cyclical. And so at the lunch table would be one giant row of boys. I had a class of like 40. So
Right.
2 lunch tables could fit all of us.
Yes.
And all one side would be all the guys, and they'd be like throwing food, they'd be stuffing stuff into milk cartons and throwing it, and then the girls would be on the other side like, "Oh, those boys," and I'd be like, "Yeah, am I right, ladies?" And that's probably why.
Like,
everyone-
of course you fucking did.
That's right. So I was really shy, and then in middle school, I think I remember my dad was funny in front of a group of people, and everyone was like, "Wow, he's really cool." I was like, "Shoot, I'll
That's
just be
me.
funny."
And I'm on that.
And that's what and then I just came back one summer and I just started like cracking jokes. And I remember like a friend of mine, actually he works here in town now. But yeah, I remember I came back and I said something, and he goes, "What happened? You changed." And I was like, "Wow, it's working."
Right.
I'm there.
And I wish I knew you as shy, Kaden, because that's just,
I
like,
don't.
not-
I think I would
Yeah,
have been
you don't-
scared of you.
You don't want to know me. Well, I was like, what, in elementary school?
No,
It's
but
like
could you imagine
10.
that personality with you right now?
That's crazy.
I think about that. Like, what do you guys think about, like, if your younger self was in the room with you, what
Well,
would you?
I'm the exact same person. Like,
You are? You haven't changed at all?
No, yeah, I'm the exact same person.
Let's go through your Instagram archive right now.
Nope.
Ooh.
Oh.
And that's a sensitive topic.
And my stomach just dropped my ass, by the way.
I was the stereotypical, like, maybe not weird is maybe the wrong word, but like in middle school, I was so involved and I needed everyone to know that I was so involved.
Oh,
You know what I
that's
mean?
fine.
I was in
Okay.
Stuco, S2S, recycling club.
You were a
I
girl
did the
boss.
morning
Recycling club?
announcements. Like,
Oh.
I was that
Oopsie.
I did that.
bitch in middle school. But
We
Did you
probably
guys do
would've
those on
got along.
iPads? We had to do ours on iPads.
Do what?
The morning
The
announcements.
iPad wasn't a thing when
Oh,
I
no,
was
we-
in middle school.
we had to write our
So-
own script. Did you
That's-
just reveal that about yourself?
Well,
And now you're feeling old.
well, I mean,
Woo!
I don't. Yeah, they really weren't. I think the first couple iPads, but they were like the nerds who read a lot had the iPad.
Oh.
But yeah, that was 2012,
Oh wow.
I think.
Oh,
Somewhere
wow.
around there.
You know what
ASAP.
my shit was in middle school?
Mm.
Musically.
Yeah. Yeah. Musically was actually a horrible time.
And I hope I never find that account because I actually don't want to
And
know
if
that
anybody
about
finds
myself.
that, go ahead and die for
Is
me.
it like still out there somewhere?
Probably.
Well, I think like some of the old Musically accounts are still on TikTok. It's
Yeah.
the same app, but
That's crazy.
God, like I remember
what I
like Baby Ariel. Do you remember doing that? Did you ever do that?
What the hell is Baby Ariel?
She was a creator.
I don't know her name, but
She
I
had, like,
was
the
all
bright
about them
lipstick,
transitions.
the lipstick
and
and long nails.
I think she's
Sure.
in Congress now.
Yeah.
You know, Elle went to high school about 10 minutes away from where I lived, so
Yeah.
we're basically related.
yeah, if you're watching the podcast right now, contrary to belief, Kaden and Ella are not related.
don't
We
even look
actually
alike.
are. We look exactly the same.
I do remember like I am a pretty outgoing person, but I was really scared of everybody here when I first came here, and so I like didn't ever say anything. And then Coates came up to me and Caden was like, "You guys are kin," and I was like, "What?"
You from the same part of
Man.
the world.
I was like,
Well, I would
Whatever.
be very happy to be related.
Aw.
If
I don't think you would want to be
Aw.
my family.
I do. Your mom's fantastic.
Okay,
Your dad's really
sure, my
cool.
immediate family, but
Well, I don't know your extended.
I don't even know.
I
Ella's
do
extended
actually. know
there's
family.
hella
some
people.
Bernstins, but I don't think they're
That's
the same.
not how you say my last name. Try again.
Burnson?
Burnt.
No,
There's no T.
the T is silent.
Burnson.
Oh,
Burnson.
of course.
I
How long
know
have I
bec-
known you?
Oh.
40.
Mind you, 40 years.
It's really good
Um,
to talk to you, Elizabeth. I'm glad you could have me on.
The way that both makes both
Because
of
we've
our
got-
heads turn.
That's both of our middle names.
Oh, I knew that.
God.
I'm sorry, everyone.
It's okay.
Rook,
I
Get out of here.
Well,
Caden,
Oh, okay.
I have a
Yes,
question for you.
I'm ready.
When did you first become interested in theater?
So, in high school, we didn't really have a theater program until my freshman year. They had our first play, and the director was just a lady who went to high school there like a decade before, and she was in the plays, but she had like no actual credential or whatever. She's great, but it was just sort of like a rinky-dink kind of thing.
Well.
And my freshman year, me and my friend, who at the time were making YouTube videos. That's basically how it got started.
Okay.
We were making weird YouTube videos that if you went back and you watched, they're
I
really
remember you were
insane.
telling us about this, but
They're so bad. And you could probably find them pretty easily, but they are really cringy. They're just like LOL, so random, like, you know. I'm always scared of like, you know, like Nardwar, that interviewer. I'm always scared someone's going to come up to me and do like a, hey, do you remember blank, blank, blank? I don't want to reveal it because you could find it really fast. But anyway.
No,
so
go ahead.
No,
No,
that's
don't be
okay.
scared.
drop that. For
So we did YouTube videos, and then the first play came around, and me and my friend are like, we're going to audition. And then we didn't. And we're like, who cares? And then we're like, we're going to work on tech. And then we didn't. And then we went and saw his older brother who's in the show, and we were like, that was awesome. And I think the first one was like a Western, which I'm kind of sad about. That's like the one thing. Bucket list is to be in like a Western documentary as like some dude. Some dude. But then the show we did, our sophomore year, was Robin Hood. And
full circle, full circle.
and me and my friend, his name was Ben, we both auditioned, and we're both gunning for the role of Robin Hood.
Right.
And then he got Robin Hood.
Oh.
And I was like,
Shat.
actually, that's fine, because I had no clue what I was doing, and I was scared. And I was
Right.
nervous.
Because you're shaking like a leaf backstage.
I was shaking like a leaf. And then I got cast as the sheriff of Nottingham, which was actually the way better role, because I had like 4 scenes, and they were all really funny.
Yep.
And I was like the evil guy.
Yep.
And it's way more fun to be the villain.
Yeah,
so you know.
I'm sure.
Well, I don't act, but I would imagine.
I believe you.
And so after that, I was like, wow, if I can make people laugh, then that's what I want to do.
Right.
And so I did that. And then that guy, the older brother, went to Butler, and he was like, come see our show. And I did my senior year, and I was like, you know, I think I'll do that. And so I showed up, auditioned for Bob Peterson, and he liked me enough to bring me on. And then I was cast in all of his shows.
Was there a show that you weren't cast in?
No, there wasn't.
Actually?
I was cast in everything.
Was it a small program or
Damn.
a big program?
Show off.
I don't know. We had quite a few people. I'd say there was
Dang.
at least 20 actors.
Damn.
That's kind of a
Bobby
lot.
P loved you.
He did. There was a trio of us. I was friends with everyone in my my class. But the 3 of us were always cast of me, Christian, and Josh. And you guys know Christian.
I don't know, Josh.
So I did that for 2 years, and then I saw a hole in the program that was like, we are not anywhere up to date with like the digital age. And during my time at Butler, I was also employed with like a podcast, and I was doing all this video editing, all this producing.
Oh, that was during Butler?
It was.
Okay.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
And as I did that, I was like, oh, I could fit in this hole that is left here. Like, we are not up to snuff with any of this. We don't have any marketing. We don't have any social media presence. And Bob was like, okay, you want to come back for a 5th semester? I already graduated. He's like, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I want to come back for a 5th semester and just do that. And I was like, sure. And I was on tech.
Perfect.
Did that for a semester. And then I graduated that semester. Went away for a summer, and they were like, hey, I'm trying to think of the timeline of this. There was a moment where I was helping a guy named Nathan Hewitt, as our former technical director was in the hospital for a whole semester, and I was TDing with him. And he was just graduated. I was a student still. So that was during the social media time. Then that summer, Bernie had retired, and they're like, you want to do it for a semester? And I was like, sure, this will be fun. And then
now it's been 4 years.
And it's been 4 years. It's as a way of keeping you.
Cute.
They gave me like the smallest office, and everyone's in there all the time.
Yep.
So what's the math on that one?
You could just shut the door.
Did you know you can do that?
I don't, but I don't want to.
See?
I don't like being
Okay, you do
alone.
actually. Sometimes I worry that like when we get in here and like we're like having like parallel play. So like I'm doing my own thing and like you're doing your own thing. I'm like, oh, he wants me to leave.
I've never thought that. I think the only time that I'm ever like, oh my gosh, is when someone comes in and they're like, "Will you do this thing for me?" Sitting right next to me, that's the problem I have, where it's like I know I can get something done really fast and efficiently, and it turns out pretty good. And it's really hard for me to just be like, "You go do it." So when someone comes in and
You're a
they're
control
like,
freak.
I am. I have a
Welcome
problem.
to the club.
This was actually like a intervention, wasn't it?
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
That door actually locks.
So we know how Buco is for us.
Oh, sure.
How is Buco for you compared to how you think it is for us? Like what?
Like as a student, like a day
Sure.
to day.
Yeah. Like, do you think it's changed a lot in the years that you've been a student versus when we are students now, or
You know, well, I mean, of course,
am I
it's
kicking
changed.
you?
All three of us are playing
That's
footsie
all.
under the fucking table.
I'm like, who am I touching?
It definitely is, mostly because the leadership has changed so
Yeah.
drastically. You know, is Bob for 43 years.
That's crazy.
If I'm a control freak, he is a dictator, but he's
Right.
a benevolent dictator. He did the same couple of shows, which he was really, really good at.
Uh-huh.
Our program has like this reputation because of him.
Yeah.
And then there was Bernie on the other end, who was also really, really good at what he did, but he also kind of like
Actually, didn't give a shat.
he didn't. But he was all the stuff he did was still good.
Yeah. No, he's good.
But he didn't. He was really go with the flow, and he had a way of like setting his ground of like, I will do this, and I'm not going to stay overnight to do a thing.
Cute.
T.
And so now we have Leslie Coates as chair, who is like Mr. Culture. Like I feel like our culture here has changed drastically with how
Really?
like students interact with us and each other and what we do. Like what it used to be is like if you didn't have a good class, you guys just wouldn't do anything because like
What do you
Bob,
mean?
like so if you didn't have like anyone that was like we want to do this, we don't want to do this party, we don't want to do this event, we don't want to do this, we don't want to have a Spelvins.
Oh.
It's like it was all student led.
Oh.
Mhm.
Which I think that was a different type of student in like the 2000s to the 90s.
Mhm.
Like they were all, I don't know,
They look so much more adult in all of the pictures. Like I feel like we look like
do.
babies compared to
do.
everybody.
True.
Yeah. I feel like I think that I have not felt this like heard by faculty and staff before I got here. Like in high school wasn't like that. But now I feel like if I bring a concern to Coates or you or April or Aaron, it's actually like heard and they actually like think about it for
And
more
do
than a
something
and do
about it.
something about it.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you feel that way. That's something I really am. I'm really dependent on you guys telling me how you actually feel
Yeah.
Mhm.
because I'm kind of the liaison between faculty and you guys. Because it's like I'm not you two, but someone will come up to me and be like, I hate this and I hate this person and I hate them and I want to kill them. And I'm
Right.
like, okay, how can we turn that into constructive criticism? And then I'll go to our department
Gentle
meeting and be like,
parenting.
hey, we have some people saying that they don't appreciate the way that this communication is.
Yeah.
And then Coach goes, well, screw them. I'm like, okay, well, I told you.
But then he actually
He does.
something about
He
it.
says that, but he does.
Then he actually
he
changes.
does
it.
care.
Yeah. He puts
Yeah.
up a front
He does.
a little bit.
I don't make a decision in my job most of the time that isn't about how this affects like the students day to day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's something that like I just base everything that I do, which is kind of weird. I didn't think I'd be that person, but
Why?
I don't know. For a long time I was not sentimental at all.
Really?
I was like, screw it. I remember I still do this, but I'm like, I'm gonna die at 30, and I'm just sort of like, I don't care. I'm gonna.
You got
who
5 good
cares?
years left.
I
in you.
do. I really do. But then I got into this position, and I was like, I realized that it wasn't really about the work, but more of like the people involved.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like, I'm going to get paid so much, and I'm the hot shot new technical director. I'm going to change this place around. I came with my leather jacket and my toothpick in my mouth, and I go, hey, I'm here, and I smoke my cigarette outside in the parking lot with my sunglasses on. They're right here. These were the ones I wore. I'm not going to be able to put these on. And I would say, hey, I'm
You look
gonna
like
be
you just came out of Bug's Life.
This makes me
Wait.
look like a bug.
Yes.
It's the angle. It's the angle. It's the angle. It's
Shut the hell up.
So I came in
Okay.
and I said, I'm going to do the cool stuff. And then I built the crappiest stuff. And then I got paid really poorly. And I still do, if anyone's listening.
The
That's-
people make it better.
But the people do. Working with Bob, and then Bob retired, working with Leslie,
Yeah.
Aaron and April, and then mostly the students
Mhm.
are what keep me around.
It's just us, actually.
Just you two. So
Claire likes to think that we're the only ones that
turning
keep
in my
you here.
2-week notice.
Shot.
Yes.
Damn,
How
it's
do you
only
feel about us
2
graduating?
weeks.
Oh my gosh, that's
so scary.
it is scary, and I don't know what we're gonna do without you guys.
Oh.
Obviously, we'll be fine.
Probably have a lot more silence and
No,
peace.
it doesn't matter.
That's probably true.
I don't care about that. I'd care about results. But
What do we do for your set, friend?
no, it's not
No,
that.
we do a whole
You
lobby
guys
set
are-
by
You
ourselves.
guys are culture. You guys are the ones that are making friends and talking to people, and and you're on time. You're on top of stuff. You're good students. You're good leaders. I don't think you guys realize that.
I do.
You good?
Unless you. I mean, sorry if it sounds cocky, but
No, you're good.
I don't
leaders.
think that
I
I'm
am
a
a good
bad
leader.
leader. I don't.
You're the
I think
best.
I have a-
I don't think you realize.
I
That you're
think I have a
like-
weird leader. I worry a lot about feeling like a dictator because I know how much I hate it,
Oh sure.
and so I'm like, hey guys.
yeah. But if you're a leader, you gotta tell people. It's not telling people what to do. You're delegating, but you can't delegate everything because
True.
then you're not doing anything.
True.
That's
It's the balance.
The balance. You're right. Where it is, you have to explain what the goal is and how you're contributing into it, and how they need to contribute
Right.
to it. Yeah, I am. Really. It's not. I don't want to say sad. I'm not sad that you're. But I am like, oh man, I really am gonna miss you guys. You guys.
You'll
are
get
really
new
cool.
people. You'll get cool people.
We won't. We will. We'll get new people at some point.
Whoa.
Maybe just
But
not
like
right
we
away.
were very lucky to get you guys as our group of box office.
Yeah.
Like you guys are the founding members of what the box office is now.
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy to me because I mean, obviously when I came in, that was the standard that was set by like Sabrina and Mick and the people who were older than me. Of
That's
like,
true.
was last year the first year that the displays happened?
It was-
Actually,
box office used to be basically its own thing, and they wouldn't interact with the theater at all.
Oh.
And they were like 4 people, and they would show up from 1 to 3 or 3 to 5. They'd be in the box office, and no one knew their name, but that's all they did.
oh,
sit
that's so sad.
And that's all. That's what their scholarship was, which was kind of a cheat code.
That is a
Yeah,
cheat
but
code.
I feel like I would be miserable
I
if
would
that
be
was my
too.
scholarship.
They weren't.
I need the human interaction.
The
That's
co-
the best part about the scholarship.
you
is
get like
the
an
amount of
assigned people. Yeah.
And so that's kind of a big change. And at some point we'll get more people, but
Yeah.
you guys you're the founding people, and we were spoiled.
The founding fathers.
You were.
Founding mothers.
That's right.
Thank you. The estrogen
Women.
zone.
Correct.
Did I ever tell you guys about the story of like, I mean, obviously I'm an only child.
Mhm.
I saw my first sibling fight when I was younger, and I actually went home to my mom crying. 'cause
Oh my god.
Ella's not aware of how normal it
didn't
is for
know.
siblings to
So
fight.
my childhood friends were a brother and sister. They're the 2 youngest of the family. They're both a year and then 2 years ahead of me. And I was over at their house, and we were playing the Wii downstairs,
Mm-hmm.
and they like started beating each other up with the nunchucks. And I
What was
like
it
the-
over? Who got controller 1 or something?
Probably,
Yeah.
or like who had the really cool colored sleeve and who
Yep.
didn't.
Yep.
And they like fist fighting.
Mhm.
I remember running home to my mom and be like, they were fighting. And my mom was like, what?
My go-to move was always kicking. I would lay on my back and I'll at my sisters.
That's crazy. I actually don't really
Use my
know.
long legs. My sisters are also like 10 years older than me. So, well, one of them is.
What was your fighting
Tammy's
move?
5 years
Did you
older.
fight back?
I didn't fight a lot. Well, my sisters were they were kind of like you guys, actually. They were like sports girls. They were softball,
Yeah.
power lifters. And so they would just like, I remember, what's Child Protective Services?
Yeah,
CPS?
Yeah.
CPS.
They almost got called on me because I had bruises all over my body, because they would go around and, bee stings where you like pinch them between your thumb.
Yeah.
They would go, and I just looked like I was like,
So
Yeah,
you just
literally
didn't, but
abused.
you didn't fight back?
well, of course I'd be like, freak out. But like I didn't. I was also not allowed to hit women. The first one
Amen.
time, only got spanked one time in my life, and that was because
Once?
once.
That's
I'm
crazy.
telling you, I was a good kid. I didn't do anything. If you remind me, I'll tell you the one time I got grounded. But
You can't tell us right now.
well, I'm going to tell you the
Finish
spanking
the
one
story
first.
first.
I got it.
Because we had this golf cart. We were a pretty small, blue collar, small town. We
Yeah.
had this golf cart. My stepsisters would be there every other weekend, and I would drive the golf cart on the weekdays. And then they came and they were like, "You can't drive. You don't know how." And I was like, "Yes, I do. I do know how." And they're like, "No, you can't." And I remember I raised my fist and go, "Ugh," I was just so pissed. And then my mom saw me from like 3 blocks away, and she was like, "Get over here!" I was
Oh.
like, "No!" And she came over and
I
she
can see your mom doing that. Like, in my
freaked out. which is good. It taught me a lesson. And I was kind of too old to get spanked. I was probably like 8, and my mom's not like a really like
Girl.
muscular big woman. She's
Right.
not gonna. She probably has like an iron deficiency. So she tried to spank me. It was more embarrassing, than hurting. But from that moment, that was
That was
burned
it.
into my brain.
Right.
Of course.
So I don't try and hit women much.
That's very beautiful.
Thank you. The one time I got grounded.
Thank you.
One time
This is crazy. One time.
I got grounded one
Insane.
time.
I've only been grounded once too.
So my mom and at the time with my stepdad was they were out at like a softball game or something. My stepsisters were travel softball,
Yep.
so they were everywhere.
We're not new to that. We're true to that.
Amen, brother.
So they were gone, and they came back one night. It was probably like a basketball game or something. And I was just playing games, and I ate like a big lunch. And then they came back in the evening, and I was still playing like my PlayStation. They came in. My mom goes, "You didn't eat any food? You were too addicted to playing the PlayStation that you won't even feed yourself. You're grounded from the PlayStation for a week." And I was like, "What?" I flipped out. I was like, "What? I didn't eat. I wasn't hungry."
Kaden, when you feign getting angry, you look like a gorilla.
Like a gorilla?
That's what I said. When you get mad, you
What? What?
do you see what
I've been doing this animal thing, like the gorilla.
Can you show me your kangaroo
A
fight?
kangaroo is this, where they always cross their arms and they always wipe their ear back. And people just listening have no clue what's going on. But
Mind you.
I looked exactly like a kangaroo.
Exactly.
Picture a kangaroo fighting another kangaroo.
Mind you,
That's
Kaden.
Kaden with the air right
And
now.
their shoulders are way in front of their face, and they're always like flexing on
Because
you.
they're buff.
And they're always crossing their arms like they're doing Degeneration X, which is something. It's a reference you guys don't know.
Nope. Don't get that.
Back in the 2000s, there was WWE wrestling, and it was Shawn Michaels and Triple H, who is now, I
What?
think, the CEO of WWE. And they were really
Is that
cool.
still a thing?
WWE, yeah, I think so.
It's just it's not very
And
popular
they were
around here.
punk rock. And what's that song, Killing in the Name of? You've heard of that song?
No.
No.
Killing in the Name. Anyway, that was
Or
that was the people who sang their intro. They were cool and punk rock. So anyway, that's what kangaroos do. They do
So
the
anyway,
Degeneration X.
I still can't believe that you both were only grounded like one time.
okay, so the one time that I was grounded, I as you heard in the last podcast, couldn't read as a child. And we had, like the AR testing or
Yep.
whatever, where
Mhm.
you would read a book and then answer like the 5 questions.
Yes.
And our school had like by grade levels, like whatever class got the most amount of points, there was like your points turned into like spending money for like the library, gift shop.
Scholastic
And it's
book
like,
fair.
right, but it was not,
But like all the time?
no, it was not the Scholastic Book Fair. It was just
Probably
like random
erasers.
elementary.
Yeah.
The phone
get
erasers?
you.
The erasers, a little bouncy ball, if you will. And this girl in our class would log into everyone's AR, and like we would like pass down
The
our
iPad?
iPads around, and she would take the quizzes for everybody on like these big like Harry Potter chapter books and stuff. And the teachers found out about it.
How would they
And-
not find out about it? Everyone is reading Harry Potter and
Yes.
the Chamber of
Yeah.
Secrets, and they all
Yeah.
took the test.
I think-
Well,
I did
everyone
that.
that
Hour of
had
each
like
other?
the same amount of book, everyone that had, because again, it's not hard to figure out. Everyone that had the same books on their account was not allowed to shop at the gift shop at the end, and they sent everyone home with a letter that their parents had to sign.
Ooh.
So you got
And yeah, I got my iPad taken away,
Ah.
and
that.
I remember that day because I came home and I didn't know that my parents knew yet.
Oh,
I was like, I have to tell them,
Mm.
but
Right.
the school called them and told them, and I didn't know. And so I went over to because they were at work, and I would walk home because it's 5 seconds from my house. And I went over to my neighbor's house, which was like my really good friends at the time, and I hung out there until my parents got home. And my parents were like, "Where are you? Why are you not at home?" And like knocked on their door, and I left, and they were like, "How dare you spend time with your friends?" And I was like, "What?" And they're like, "You don't think we know?" And I was like, "Shit." They're like, "We don't raise no liar. We don't raise no cheater."
Damn.
And I got my iPad taken away for a couple days. So
I
was
did
fun.
that with
I got scared straight.
I did that with Harry Potter for people too.
Oh, really? You were the dealer. You were the AR
Yeah,
point
and
dealer?
someone in my grade level found out the AR password, so they would like take the AR test at home
Yep.
What?
because they could like Google it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I wish I had someone like you in high school because I didn't have, there was like a top level points. It was like 50 points. And I was like, holy crap.
You did AR in high school?
Yes. It was bullshnacky. But
I'm talking 4th grade, man.
Mind you,
we
not
did
even
it-
middle school.
we did it all the way up from like
Shat.
elementary school to high school.
That's
It was
actually
F
crazy.
no.
insane.
That can't be good for your development.
No.
Well, it wasn't because I was like, please. I was like, please don't let me get it. You know, I have to get these points. And I remember I was like a 0.5 or whatever away. And I was like, what the hell am I going to read? And I went through and I saw a cover and I said something about like ghosts and I kind of like paranormal, kind of like whatever books. And I pulled out. I'm like, okay, fine. It looked kind of short. It had enough points. It was fast. And I put it on the thing. And the librarian,
Oh, God.
the librarian's like, oh, Nicholas Sparks, huh? You like that? Do you guys know who Nicholas Sparks is?
No.
Oh, he's like a young woman romance author. Like, it's not smut. It was before.
But it's almost smut.
But it was like woman romance of like,
Woman romance specifically?
yeah. Well, I mean, like, it's from the feminine perspective.
Okay.
I gotcha.
And I was like, yeah, I thought I'd give it a try, I guess. And she's like,
Shit.
okay. I'm pretty sure I read through like every other page and I got like half the points and it was fine. But I bet my librarian thought like, oh, that guy's a little light in the loafers. A friend of Dorothy, you might say. I don't know why she was a 1920s like
Yeah,
flapper.
how did she become that?
She goes, oh, yeah. Let me
Right.
tell you, Kaden.
Yeah.
Gonna punch you in the puss, you know?
The puss?
Yeah, your face. You never heard of that?
Puss?
And I thought you
Yeah,
were
right-
referring to female
Ah, right in the
genitalia.
puss. You never heard that before?
Holy fuck.
No.
Oh, Google it. God.
Mind you, she's Googling it now. But I feel like that pipeline from me doing the AR test for people, I also did book reports for people in high school.
Is it a YouTube video?
No, it's just a slang. It's a slang from like. Hey, it's Daddy Duck.
Shut. Yeah, I did. People would Venmo me to do their book reports.
And you're crazy for that.
I got bank. Mind
Dang.
you. Mind you, I could buy all my sweet treats with that money.
Okay.
You were saying how you made money. I want to know how you make money.
I had a very successful slime shop.
Oh, I knew this too. That's awesome.
Every time people on the headset talk about slime, I think about your slime shop. And Cheyenne's like, I need to go home and play with my slime. And I'm like, Brooke knows all about slime.
She's the slime expert.
No, my sister literally for Christmas got me this fancy Brooks slime shop sign.
Nice.
And my other sister, I would always do it in the basement. And that's when my oldest sister still lived at home. And she had the basement room and the bathroom down there. And I would use her sink to clean out my slime bowls. And she hated it. Because, to be fair, I would like fill it up. Because you had to fill it up with hot water and let it sit.
Mm-hmm.
And I would let it sit in there. And then I would forget about it.
So
And it would be like 12 hours later. And she'd be like, Brooke, get your slime bowls out of my bathroom!
would they clog the sink?
No, but it would just be like a bucket full of slime sitting in the sink.
I'm looking
The
for
old-
my old slime account. Give me
The
a
old desert jellyfish. You ever heard of that?
Okay.
sec. And go ahead and cut the hell up for me.
That was a thing during Operation Desert Storm. You know, in Afghanistan.
Sure.
I don't think I. Well,
I don't relate to you, by the way.
I don't know. Basically, there was a lot of men out in the desert,
Uh-huh.
and they'd be in their showers, were the only times they had personal time, and they would use their personal time, but it would clog up the showers, and so they were called desert jellyfish.
That's fucking disgusting.
Wait, that's actually quite hilarious.
So, anyway,
Oh,
They were
this
called
is-
what?
This is the discussion.
desert jellyfish. I believe.
I just found
Fish.
this.
Don't Google it.
Katie, do you have like an old private Instagram account?
No.
Okay, I have one that I like forgot the password to in like 8th grade. And it's
just there
private, and
forever.
so all my friends that I've had since like middle school can
That's-
still see it,
oh,
and it comes back and
no.
haunts me probably once a year.
Oh no.
It's actually my worst nightmare because I can't see it, I can't log into it, I can't. I've
That's-
reported it 100 times,
that's
but
tough.
nothing.
That's. I remember I got Instagram and I didn't really know how it worked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I just like Googled images that I thought were tough. I remember it was like.
Sure.
I was, and I remember I'd post weird stuff like Pinterest, like wallpapers,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd be like, "Look how cool!"
So
keep calm
aesthetic.
and keep calm and play with
yeah,
Legos.
exactly. It was like
Carry
that's
on.
And then I, you know, I would post that, and then I was like, "Oh, that's not really what Instagram's for." So I went through and archived and
That's
deleted
beautiful.
those. So I think like my oldest post is me in middle school with like long hair. I think that's
In
it.
black because you're emo Nike tech.
That's right. I tried to be like
Neon
alternative and
yellow.
Cool. It wasn't yellow. It was always black. It was always
Black
compression
Nike stuff.
black. But I was
Compression
also
black.
in all the sports and in middle school, and I had long hair.
All the sports.
Yeah.
You were an athlete.
Well,
And I wouldn't call myself that.
in middle school.
And I'll see you at the volleyball game next week. Thank you.
I am kind of awesome at volleyball.
No, that's a lie.
Because of my sisters. They
Oh,
make me
yeah.
play
Oh,
volleyball
yeah.
with them. In middle school, we basically only had like 3 sports.
Right.
And so they were like, my parents were like, you have to play football, you have to play basketball, and you have to do track. Or I could have, maybe there was a tennis team, but I didn't do that.
No tennis.
I hated football.
Why?
I just,
Imagine hitting on a damn football
Okay,
field.
you're kind of right.
Poor
Like,
guy.
I didn't want to hit people. I didn't want them
Uh-huh.
hitting
Aw,
me.
you're
I swear.
so cute.
I swear there was a day that
'Kay.
they were like, here is how all the plays and what you do during them. And for some
Yeah.
reason, I was in psychosis during that day. Because I swear, for the rest of my football career, which is a whole 3 years,
Right.
they were like, okay, you're going to run buck 49, 74,
Right.
and T-square, double jellyfish, desert jellyfish.
Right.
And I'd be like, okay, so who do I like hit?
And you just run.
Were you on the line?
The line. You think Caden is an O lineman or a D lineman? Ella.
So-
I like to make fun.
My high school
What did you-
is one of the
Damn.
only high school, or they also did middle school. It was great. Middle school was like a training program for the high school, and we're one of the only teams that does a wing formation, which is what the Kansas City Chiefs do.
'Kay.
And it's funny, like a couple years ago, they're like, "Here's Conway Springs doing the wing formation for on like national television." It was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Were you in that video?
No. That's the high school. I didn't play in high school,
Oh, I guess that's probably.
and I was the wing back, which is
Where is that at?
so the
You were the what?
O-line, it was a wing back. So it's
Oh.
basically like whatever that is, right off the line. You would be on the corner of the line, and basically what you either do is blocking the outside, or you would do like a reverse or something.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
But what
Sure.
it basically was is that we had 2, and there was me, and there was a guy who was really athletic. His name was Zach, and he was the fastest kid. He was like the best basketball player.
Right.
He was everything. So what we would do is to give plays to the quarterback. We would just alternate. So he would do a play, run off, stay off for a play. I would go in with the play, tell the quarterback, which
Yeah.
is so funny. I knew every play name, no clue what I did in them.
And you actually said, and we're doing this one?
Yeah, I would
and
be like, we're doing the Buccaneer Pirate
And then you
49er.
say- what's that?
Yeah, and then I'd be like, and who do I block? I'm so thankful it was a guy named Aaron. He's really great. And he would always be like, that guy, just go block. He's like, you get the ball this time. And I'm like, what? Okay.
That's funny.
So
Did
that
you guys
was-
have, like, in high school, did you do powder puff and flag football and volleyball?
they did I think they did a volleyball, but I
With the
wasn't
men?
involved. So
We did one of those in middle school.
Oh, really?
Girls against guys. We beat
didn't
their
do-
ass.
We didn't do that. Once I got to high school, my parents were like, we don't care what the hell you do.
Right.
Just have good grades.
T.
So I stayed with track. I liked long
Cute.
distance, so I
Oh.
still run. And then I also did pole vault. And
I wanted to do pole vault.
yeah, it was really fun. It was one of the things, it was my favorite teacher who was like the head of it. And I was like, shoot, he does long distance and pole vault. So I went and did it. And what's happening?
Really cute.
And
Pole vault.
pole vault.
It's really cute.
It was so fun. And I wasn't very good at it. And then I got to high school and I did it for like 2 years. Still wasn't that good at it. But, there was only like 7 of us. And I was maybe like 3rd. So it was middle of the road.
'Kay.
It's kind of been my goal in life is to not be the worst. And if I'm, not the best, I don't care. And I remember I went up for, I think it was my junior year. And I was warming up. And you're supposed to go up and you land. And you're supposed to land on your butt or your back.
Yep.
Mhm.
But I was too lazy to do that. So I just tried to land on my feet.
Shh.
And then I broke my leg
Right?
warming up. It was like a 6-foot
That's so embarrassing.
warm up.
You actually broke your leg?
I broke my fibula.
Damn,
and it
I
was
didn't know that about you.
The way
Did that stunt your growth?
no, I was already this tall. Which is, the podcast I might not know, but I'm actually 4'11".
Mind you, he raised his seat and we
Yeah,
lowered ours so that
yeah,
he didn't feel
His seat
insecure.
is higher than ours.
I'm actually.
He's about 4'2".
They removed my knees after the war. Sports. But I landed on my foot, which was turned
Oh, yuck.
inside,
it.
and it like sprained it so hard it popped, and I was like, "Ow!" I went to I tried to walk it off. I was like, "Oh, that really hurts." And then I
Right.
go to the what are they called? Athletic trainer.
Yeah.
AT.
Went there and he was like, "You probably sprained it." I'm like, "Thanks." He's like, "I'll check on you in like 30 minutes." Went back to the camp. It goes to be 9 o'clock at night.
Yep.
Not a single person has checked on me. I'm just
Mind you,
sitting
they don't
in
give a fuck
camp
about
with
you.
a broken leg. And then I think my mom came over and she's like, "Let's look at it." I had a compression sock on and she pulls it off and you see it turn purple and swollen as and she's like, "I think you broke that."
Okay.
The next day, when I got
Yikes.
wore a boot to
Yikes.
prom,
Ugh.
and then I
I did track in middle school.
quit track. What'd you do? You were a jumper, I bet.
I did. I
Too
did long
tall.
jump. I really hated it. I fucking hated long jump. And then I did high jump, and I liked high jump 'cause I'm tall. Never learned the proper form. And then I did the 200 hurdles. And then I was learning to do pole vault, but then COVID happened, and I didn't get to do it. And then in high school, cheer was the same time as track, so I didn't do it.
Where
I
were
also
you at in your education when COVID happened?
College.
High school?
Wish you guys.
Mind you, Buko.
I was my freshman year. I remember the day.
I was going to say, it was our freshman year.
Target
It was
is
our eighth
calling me
grade
right now.
freshman year. Oh, my God.
Can
They
I
want you to
answer
pick
it?
up a shift.
Can I answer
Mind
it?
you, I'm hanging up.
Day I was living in my dorm,
Yes.
and I remember I was outside of my friend Christian Watkins' dorm. We didn't live together,
Oh.
and I remember I made a tweet. It was still Twitter, and I was seeing. on
Mind
the
you, I still call it
news-
Twitter.
Yeah. So I it's kind of weird. I remember in January I was home for winter break, and I saw the stuff happening, and I remember thinking, no one is actually like worried about this. This could be really bad.
Right.
Not to say that I was like predicting, but I remember saying to like all of my family, I'm like, "Hey, this could be bad." And they're
Right.
like, we're America.
Right.
American exceptionalism. And I remember I went back and it was like, what, before spring break? March?
13th.
It was March.
March. And I remember I posted a tweet with a GIF saying like, coronavirus spring break forever 2020 or 20 whatever it was
2020.
2020.
How do you not?
All the years bleed together. I'm getting old. I don't know what anything is.
Chunk.
So then I go to rehearsal for Servant of Two Masters, which is a Commedia dell'arte play. I was going to be in Commedia dell'arte. I was going to be a
Shut.
Pantalone character.
Oh,
So I was an old crotchety man. I had this great idea.
perfect for you.
Harry Carey was a baseball announcer for the
Oh,
St.
yeah.
Louis Cardinals back in the 70s, and then he went to the Chicago Cubs. And he was this old man with big, thick glasses.
Okay.
He goes, "Sure as God made green apples, the Cubs are going to go to the World Series this year." That's how he talked. And I was going to do that.
Okay.
I was pumped.
Yeah.
And then we're
Never
doing a
got to
table
do it.
read, and then we all get an email that's like, "Leave now." And we're like, what? We're not going to have a show? The dean walks in. You guys don't know this dean. And he's like, "Don't worry. We're going to do this. We're going to move the schedule, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to do this." And then he leaves, and then like the next hour, it's like, "And don't come back." And we're like, I guess we're not
And
doing
don't you
anything.
ever step
Shots.
foot on this campus again.
So I went home, and I moved back home. Actually, it was spring break, so I remember I took a spring break trip to,
Florida.
no, it was Oakley, Kansas.
For fuck's sake.
Western Oakley, Kansas. That's where
What
all
a
my
trip.
family's from.
Whoa.
And I remember I was
Fits.
there for like a weekend. Why was I there?
Did somebody die or something?
No, I think
Okay.
it was just a trip.
Why is that your go-to?
'Cause
Someone died.
That's why I travel
And
in Kansas.
and so I went there. I kept getting emails. They were like, "You must come back and get everything out of your dorm right now."
Shot.
That's actually so stressful.
It was scary. And I came back, and then I moved back into my home, and I thought, man, this sucks really bad. And got into some really good habits on the mind and soul. Did an acting class over Zoom with Bob Peterson. Didn't
Yuck.
take that seriously at all. I would do like Zoom backgrounds, the ones you could just upload, and it would be like a picture of Bob's face, or like an art gallery, and the art pieces on the wall were like of me and Christian. It
Jesus.
was like
You like put in work into those backgrounds.
I did. It was like the only
All that
thing
work
came-
and not into those classes is crazy.
It's true.
Just
Well,
wasting
and then
time.
like Bob didn't know what he's doing. He said that I saved him throughout COVID, which is funny, but I did like set up a lot of stuff for him, which is probably why he let me come back.
Right.
But yeah, so that was COVID, and I came back. Butler had like no regulations. They were like, "We don't care if you're vaccinated, and if you wear a mask, that'd be cool, but we're not really gonna do anything about it."
Damn.
And then I had my podcast job, which didn't require me to do anything different. So like life just kind of returned back.
That's how
after
it was for me
COVID.
too.
Yeah.
What
You guys were in
middle school.
8th grade. It was 8th grade.
That's when I.
Yeah, I was spring
like a
breaking with my
rotten
friends.
pumpkin.
That's actually when I pierced my ears. Well, my friends and I discovered piercing yourself, and I pierced my ears. And then my friend Mallory, who lives in Great Bend now, she was like, "Guys, my dad's buying a bunch of toilet paper because he says that the whole government's gonna shut down and the world's gonna shut down." And she was low-key right. And then we would like go longboard, and I remember when we whatever, we did online classes. I didn't do shit. Like our grades couldn't be lowered, so it
That's
didn't
the
matter.
thing. I always heard our grades can't drop, but they can't. They can go up, but
They can't drop.
They can't
Yeah,
drop.
so why would I do it?
Like,
I
why
didn't.
would anyone do?
Nobody did.
I didn't.
That's crazy.
The amount of times I would fall asleep. Oh, good night.
So then freshman year started later. We started in September.
Mm-hmm.
And we had like one-way hallways, and I think we had to wear masks. We did. We had to wear masks, but we take mask breaks every class, which basically is us going outside, and then we were like supposed to social distance. We didn't because
just
Of course
vape.
not.
mind you, no, the teachers were out there. This was like teacher sanctioned
Sorry.
mask breaks. We play like hockey, like
You were
hacky
hawking?
sack.
Oh.
And we do nothing outside, but we.
Sorry, just had to get that.
Yeah, so nothing changed for me really either. I think it's just small town Kansas. Like it didn't
What about you, Brooke? You were in a slightly larger.
slightly.
3 times the
For
size.
fuck's
slightly
sake.
larger program.
I remember when school got canceled for like the first, like, it was like 2 weeks at first. I was in the Walgreens parking lot and my mom was inside the store and I saw it on my phone and I was like, Mom, what is this?
Right.
And so then we were talking about it. COVID as a whole, online classes, I remember being pissed because we didn't get an 8th grade graduation.
We didn't either. Yeah, we began.
I think I just blocked that part of my life out. I honestly don't remember
Are you okay?
anything.
Can I ask a final question? And
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I want to
Go ahead.
know, what do you guys think the future is going to be for you? Like, what are you going to do? What do you, like, I want you to look back on this and see what you predicted. What's going to happen in the next, 5 years?
Next 5 years?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in 2 years, I'll graduate with my Bachelor's of Science in Elementary Education. 2 years after that, I'll graduate with my Master's in...
Whatever she decides.
I'm deciding between elementary administration or curriculum.
Mm-hmm.
Leaning towards administration, but I don't know yet. Probably should figure that out soon. Yeah, and then I'll be living at home my first year teaching. I think that's pretty much it. I think the next, when it's what are you going to be doing in the next 5 years is all still, school-based. And I feel like once I'm at that point of, what's it in 5 years, when you ask me what I'm going to be doing in 5 years, it's going to be, such a different thought process. Because right now, my only focus is my school.
Are you excited for that?
Yes, I am, actually. I'm excited to student teach. I'm excited to go to Emporia.
Pumped.
I actually get to start doing, career stuff and not gen eds.
Yeah.
What about
excited.
you, Ella? What's your
So 2 years I'll graduate with my bachelor's and then I'll go into my master's, clinical psych focus, and then graduate. Hopefully I will obtain my licensure, licensed clinical practicing counselor. Go take that test, better day and pass it, I'll be pissed.
Yeah.
Hopefully be engaged. I kind of want to get married. I don't know. I haven't decided because my goal is to, during the time at Emporia, save a bunch of money so I can buy a house. Will it happen? Very likely not. But it's the hope.
Sure.
Buy a house, move back to Kansas City, and get a job, be working girl.
And are you excited for that? Is there anything that you're worried about?
Think that I'm very scared of master's program to me is so daunting. It's realistically probably not that much different. It's actually probably more chill. I just worry about not having a good mentor or faculty. I know the faculty there, which is nice. Obviously it might change in the few years, but I don't know. I'm scared to be away from home further. This was kind of a nice half step, but now I feel like I'm taking a whole step and I'm really scared. I'm not a big change person, so I think not living in the same room as Brooke, not having...
Mind you, living in the same apartment.
We're
Mind you, sharing a wall.
We're sharing a wall. But it's different. And especially when you leave, what the fuck? I have to live with my boyfriend by myself? You're lying.
Well,
and actually you're lying.
Both of you, I am very excited to see what both of you do. You're both really, really great young adult.
Yay.
And you're both very talented and smart and I think whatever you do next, you're going to do really well. And I'm
Aw.
so happy that I was part of this little journey, this little section
Journey.
That's so nice.
of your
Kaden.
memoir. One day you're going to write a memoir, and there's going to be a footnote at the bottom of page 4.
'Kay.
Going to be like, there's this ginger guy. Leave me alone.
And his name is Rook Runnalls.
Rook
Oh,
Runnalls, because you're
wow.
going to be going by that time.
Yeah.
What's your 5-year plan?
Hopefully not under a bridge and addicted to
Eee.
drugs.
Well, that's the hope.
No, like I guess it would be 5 years. Hopefully not living here. Probably won't be
Next
in this
step.
job.
Right.
But I think I'll probably be. I just want to really be happy. That's all I really
Vibes.
care about.
Vibes.
That's
I
all that
care
matters.
about.
I kind of love that.
So,
That's beautiful.
well, I appreciate you guys having me on
Thanks for coming,
this
Kaden.
you for
podcast. You
Not
guys-
denying us.
You guys
Yes.
do wonderful work. And I'm excited to see what you do.
Boom.
Boom.
Okay. Gotta do the outro. That's it. That's all.
That was the outro.
Toodaloo.
Bye.
Bye.